the nose knows that he would probably flunk a Starbucks evaluation. Oh my God. Did you guys happen to catch online? Starbucks made a lot of this public. They closed their stores for a couple of hours one day, I think like nationwide. And they went to, for like unit training, what we used to call it in my old profession. Basically, it was a CYA, cover your ass type of fucking move by the hierarchy to say, we have bad publicity, so now we're going to overdo it to try to change the perception that Starbucks is racist because of the guys that got, arrested not wanting to leave. And I got news for you. If a store owner says that you got to leave and you don't want to leave, and then the cops come and say, and they call the cops, and the cops go, you have to leave, and you still say, fuck you, I'm not going. You're going. One way or the other, you're going. I'm sorry. Right or wrong, you don't argue the point that fucking stage. You got to leave the fucking place. And you had ample opportunity to leave. I don't give a shit if Starbucks wants to start fucking slurping everybody's dick now. Bottom line is, if they were told to leave, they should have left. Maybe it was wrong they were told to leave. I'm not justifying that part of it. But all I'm saying is, once the decision was made by someone in authority at the store, game over. You got to fucking leave. But let's have some fun, shall we? Because that's what we do here at Muscle Sport Television. Okay, it's actually the it's StarbucksChannel.com is the site. And this is becoming color brave. I guess that means like you treat everybody the same. You're not afraid of one type or a color and whatever. The first time you noticed your racial identity, when you looked in the mirror the first time and you were actually able to fucking know the difference, I don't know, when you're fucking little. Who the fuck knows? And what exactly is racial identity? My fucking description and definition may be very different from somebody else's. I'm pretty sure the Starbucks people are very different from me. So the first time I noticed my racial identity, I guess when you start school, let's say, kindergarten, first grade, things like that. I went to school in Brooklyn public schools, New York City public schools my whole life. And there was... my neighborhood in Brooklyn was a white neighborhood, but they bust the black kids in. So I guess when I started kindergarten, probably a safe answer. So far, I can still become a barista. Now this is all first time you, and here. Noticed how your race affected your beauty standards. Non-applicable. I'm not beautiful. Never claimed to be. But I guess... didn't NA. I guess I'm still doing good. I felt your accent impacted people's perception of your intelligence or competence. Well, I got the dumb Brooklyn Guinea accent, so a lot of people my whole life, and I've been on this fucking planet for 5 decades now, have fucking said, you dumb Guinea, you fucking dumb Dago, you fucking retarded wop. I've done pretty good. 2 careers, a pension. I'm running my own business now. I've done okay. I'm not a millionaire, but I live fucking fairly comfortably. So I guess my Brooklyn accent, which I still maintain, even though I've lived off of the fucking Brooklyn on Long Island and the East Cupcake since '95, people still know right away. New York when I'm out of state, and in-state Brooklyn. So I guess I can fall into the same category as the people that are we do things against them because of who they are. I fall into that category. Dumb Guinea. Altered your communication style, dialed it up or down to avoid playing into stereotypes. I've done that. Yeah. Business conversations, business negotiations and stuff like that. I've tried to not sound like the dumb Guinea fucking street kid and sound more like a businessman. I'm still doing good. Maybe I will get a job there. Had a friend of a different race who regularly visited your home. Survey says, like Family Feud. Regularly visit my home. No, when I had my own apartment in Brooklyn, we used to have parties. with all the guys in my old work, and there were black guys that used to come and enjoy it. I used to go out to some of the clubs in my Guinea neighborhood with one of my friends at work, one of my black friends, Jimmy Ryan. He used to go with me. And I told him, if anybody fucks with you because you're a fucking black guy, let me know and we'll fucking throw down. You're my friend. I got your back. But didn't regularly visit my home. But I guess I'm kind of close with that one. I didn't go too bad with that. Felt distracted at work because of external events related to race. Well, in my old profession, I had no choice. Most of the things were related to race. Had a senior role model in your organization with a similar racial identity as your own. I think we all are going to say that. White people tend to gravitate towards white people, blacks towards blacks, Spanish towards Spanish, Chinese towards Chinese, and so on. You get the fucking thing. Does that make you racist because you're like, let me ask this fucking old Guinea how he does this fucking thing? No. Does it make the black guy fucking racist for asking the black guy? No. I might be a barista after all. Went to work with your natural hair without comments or questions from others. Jay Mason, where are you when I need you? Well, before I had to dye everything, before gray set in, I did have natural hair. I had a nice mullet, too. But I get my balls broken all the time because of my Palumboism. So, hey, I'm more black than white so far, according to this. If they didn't see my name or photo and they just saw my answers, they might think I'm a brother. Felt your race affected your ability to build a rapport with your manager. Yeah, when I had a black supervisor, I felt that they most of the time wanted to give the black workers a better gig than what we got as the white guys, and vice versa, I'm sure. But most of the time, the white supervisors get stuck giving the black guys things, and that's not a fucking racist remark. It's called the quota system. I'm sorry, it's the truth, guys. The fucking Z-curve, let's not get started on that. I'm meeting two different people for the first time. One of them is my race. The other is a different race. Without thinking too much, select the level of difficulty that reflects how you might react in each instance. I can talk about race and not make the other person feel threatened. Definitely with a person of my race. With a person of a different race, you're definitely going to say things not as deep as you would with the person in your own race. Even a stranger. I can comfortably maintain eye contact throughout the conversation and not fear I'm being aggressive. I got no problem with that black guy, white guy. I look people in the eye all the time. That to me is nothing. I can use my normal gestures, and I'm Italian, so there's a lot, and with body language without feeling uncomfortable. Answered for both. Easy. The easy to hard, and there's bubbles in between. I can expect to be respected without having to prove my worth. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I can speak with my natural cadence without feeling judged about my intelligence. Asked and answered before, dumb guinea. I can respond to a difficult request directly and not fear my answer will be questioned, depending on what the question entails. That's a loaded fucking statement. It's incomplete, the question. I can share my accomplishments without someone assuming that I did not earn them myself. As a white guy who worked civil service, yes, I had no other choice. There was no quota system for us. I lost 7 years of fucking promotional fucking rank because of that. Please don't get me started. I can talk about my childhood and not expect others to assume I grew up in poverty. Well, I kind of, not poverty, but, a lower middle class. I grew up fucking a lot poorer than some fucking, minorities. I don't want to fucking hear that they're the only ones that don't have fucking money growing up. That was the way it was back then. You didn't have two fucking parents working in the old days. Mom stayed home and took care of the kids. It was 3 of us. My fucking dad was a civil servant. He brought home fucking money, and it was enough to get us fucking fed and clothed. I had no luxuries to speak of. I didn't have my own room till both brothers moved out. And the TV I took with me to my apartment was the 9-inch black and white fucking TV that you had to turn the dial on. So, yeah, don't give me that. You're the only ones that grew up without shit. I can voice my dissatisfaction with a situation and not be told I'm too angry. No, I'm always angry. My wife tells me all the time. I'm like, motherfucker. Key terms in contest: prejudice, racial equality, stereotype threat, racial anxiety, the body's heightened level of stress and emotional experience due to interactions with people of other races, often a byproduct of living in a racially homogenous environment. Well, I grew up in New York City. I just told you black kids were bused into my schools my whole life. Some of them were good friends of mine. Most often, people of color experience this anxiety due to their concern that they will be subject of discrimination and hostility. I can understand that. Where white people most often worry that they will be assumed to be racist. Bingo! That's the first thing that I think is something that I would fucking say in this fucking thing. What inspires and nurtures your spirit? I'm fucking getting my asshole eaten. How would your customers say you are bringing our mission and our values to life as you connect with them in your store? You buy 10 cups in a month, you get your asshole eaten. I don't know. A lot of this isn't pertaining. I'm just flipping through it now. So all in all, I didn't do as bad as I thought I was going to do in this Starbucks manual question. How did you do? Did you take it at home with me as I did it? Did we do it together? I just did it for a fucking goof. If you guys watch any of our shows, I'm very crass. I don't pretend to fucking be anything other than that. And most of the time, it's in fucking total jest. So if you don't get it, whatever. Too bad. You go watch some other shit. What do I care? So, bottom line is, the nose knows that after reading it carefully and taking the little quiz, he might have a future as a Starbucks barista if this fucking muscle sport thing don't work out.